Hi guys, how are you? I hope all is well. Today I have a topic that is extremely controversial, so I do want to give a trigger warning. Some may offend you, some may be, maybe sensitive, or if you are a person who is, would not be able to handle the controversy and the topic, please click out of this video. This video may not be for you, but I have a bunch of other videos that are absolutely great. So please go check them out. So I never thought I would be making this video. I made a video previously about finding a Dada Wakazi. However, I did not really talk into detail, and because I've had a very recent experience, I wanted to come on my platform and share more details with you guys, so that way I can be as transparent and clear as possible overall, on the spectrum. So first I want to start off with, what is a Dada Wakazi? So it's basically a house girl. You may call it different things, maybe a housemaid, a girl who works in the house, who does, domestic chores, essentially that's what it is. It's a girl. Dada means girl, and then Wakazi means work. So a house girl who comes and works for you, okay? Normal chores would be cleaning, cooking, taking care of the kids, anything that's like what a housemaid would do, wash the clothes. Now remember, this is Tanzania, so a lot of the times when people wash clothes, they are doing hand washing. I don't know if you ever hand wash clothes, but it is not an easy job. It is very difficult. I hand wash our underwear and I am tired just from that. So like big blankets and all that stuff, it's a lot. I also want to say that a lot of this video is going to be my opinion and my stance on it. I will try to keep my opinion and stance towards the end. I want to kind of stick to the facts at the beginning, so I kind of don't get off topic. And to not get off topic, I have this little piece of paper here to kind of help me, because you guys know me by now. You know that my brain can kind of splatter all over the place. Okay, so now that we know what a Dada is, right? Now, if you're looking for a Dada, there's a lot of factors that comes into Dada and their payment, okay? Is she living there, or is she coming and going? Normally, Dadas who come and go are more expensive because they have to pay transportation. Dadas who live with you, you have to take care of their food and shelter. You have to pay for their bus tickets to go back home, depending on where they stay. So if you are here in Arusha or you're in Dar es Salaam and you have somebody who's locally there, then that's usually not a problem. But let's say you want somebody from Mwanza, which I have had a Dada from Mwanza, and the ticket was about 45,000 shillings. For me to be able to bring her from Mwanza to here. So you want to keep those factors in cost as well, okay? Now, is she watching your kids? How many kids do you have? What is she doing with those children? Is she bathing them every day? Is she feeding them every day? Is she doing school activities with them every day? What exactly is the duties of this Dada that you want? Cleaning. Is she cleaning every day? How many times does she have to clean per day? If you are somebody like me, where I require my house to be mopped 3 times a day because I have a toddler, and every single time that she sees something on the floor, she puts it in her mouth. You understand what I'm saying? So I have to make sure my floors are clean. What are you requiring? How many people live in your home? If it's just one person or 2 people, you may pay less for that Dada. But if you are 10 people, that's 10 different laundries that she has to pay, that she has to wash. That's a large amount of food that she has to cook. All of these factors come into play, okay? The same with cleaning and cooking. If she just has to clean 2 rooms versus if she has to clean 6 rooms, that makes a difference. There is no standard amount that you must pay a Dada. It depends on your situation. It depends on so many factors. I just listed some of those factors, okay? All right. Let me go to my paper, because again, I'm trying, because this is a very touchy subject to me and I can get really passionate. So if you feel like maybe I'm getting nasty, it's because I'm really passionate about it and I'm not trying to be, I promise, as innocent, kind of. But I'm going to try to keep my opinion at the end. Okay? All right. So now, I have just been informed, okay, that apparently there is a law. I have searched for this law all over the internet. I have not found this law anywhere, but apparently there's a law here in Tanzania, okay? The reason why I know that is because I have had a client say to me that this is what the law is, and she feels that she was taken advantage of based off the amount of money that she's paying for her data. I will get into that later. Okay, so the law apparently, allegedly, says, guys, if there is somebody out here who is a lawyer, there's somebody out here who's in the government, please comment below and let me know if this is true or not, because it's, you know, I don't really know. I did post it, I did send it to a group of friends that I have, and one of them confirmed that, yeah, I think this is a law here. I cannot confirm 100%, I cannot deny, which is, this is a learning experience for me. Okay, apparently, allegedly, the law says that a live-in Dada has to be paid a minimum of 30,000 shillings a month. Okay, if you don't know what 30,000 shillings is, it is about approximately $15 US a month. Okay, and then allegedly, supposedly, it says if a Dada, and that's for, sorry, that is for a non-English speaking Dada, which is primarily a big population here. For an English speaking Dada, she has to be paid a minimum of 60,000 shillings per month, about $30, 30 US a month. Okay. Again, I'm not gonna say my opinion until the end, okay? But I think you guys kind of already know where this is going. I don't know when that law was put into place. I don't know if that was put into place 2,000 years ago. I don't know. I don't even know if the law exists, y'all. I really can't tell you. I have no idea. Somebody please educate me. However, besides that, if I was to make an educated guess, I would assume that you have some people out here, which I have seen, okay, primarily a lot of the, you know, Mzungus, where they will, you know, say, oh, I'll give you a nice place to stay and you can come and, you know, work for me, come clean the house, come cook, come do all of these domestic chores, and then I'll give you a nice place to stay, I'll feed you nice food. So if there is a law that is out there, I am assuming that that is to make sure that no one gets taken advantage of, that there at least has to be a minimum, an absolute minimum that somebody must be paid. Okay? If I was to make an educated guess, that is my educated guess. That's what I would say. Absolutely. Okay? Now, I want to factor in a lot of things. In 2023, we have inflation. Everything is sky high in Tanzania. I have made so many videos saying the price that it was 2 years ago is not the price that it is today. Okay, just to fill up our small car is $60 US, sometimes $70 US, just to fill it up. I'm not talking about diesel, I'm talking about normal, regular petrol gas. Okay, houses that was $200 to $300 now is $500 to $600 to $700. Guys, it's not as cheap as it used to be. Okay, now let's go back to talking about Dada Wakazis. That's why we're here, right? I can safely say that most Dada Wakazis did not dream about being a Dada Wakazi. I would say that a lot of them are doing it for survival. And again, I could be wrong, guys. Like I said, this is a trigger warning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be wrong. But I got homegirls that's Tanzanian. I have been here for a while. I have been marinated all up in the sauce. You know, I got a whole family-in-law that's really my family who is Tanzania. Like, I have a pretty good background knowledge. I do. And I have worked with people from all different regions, like Kigoma and Mwanza and Tanga and Dar es Salaam, and even here in Arusha. So I have a pretty good understanding that I would say, you know? And I would say that most of them, okay, is doing it because they have to pay for their kids' school fees. They have to survive. They need to put food on the table. They need to, you know, they need to survive. They need to live. It's no secret that Tanzania has a high poverty rate, okay? And it's no secret that there is not a lot of jobs here. So being a Dada Wakazi for somebody seems like a job that they are, you know, that a lot of people are capable of doing. And it may not be the best job. It's like guys in the, you know, in the West, like for me, when I started out, I used to work at Pinkberry. You know what I'm saying? I used to work, you know, in these places that I may have not want to work at, but I had to get that bread. I had to get that money so I could be able to survive. So that's kind of how I look at it for them. Okay, let's circle back. Please keep up with me. If you're talking about somebody who's working to be able to pay for their children's school fees. Now, I have not seen a school fees that's less than maybe 250,000 to shillings per quarter, or 500,000 to shillings. If they're in a private school, maybe 1-2 million, and you're paying somebody 30,000 to 60,000 to shillings a month. How in the world? Try not to curse. How in the world is that supposed? How in the world? Like, oh Lord. I'm gonna keep my opinion to the end, okay? You come up with your own opinion, and then, you know, okay? All right. Then you have to think about food. Hello? Can we think about food? Okay, let's break it down. Let's break it down. Okay, primarily most people don't speak English. Okay, so now we're looking at the budget of 30,000 shillings, $15 a month. If we break that down, divided by 30 days, okay, we're talking about 1,000 shillings a day, which is 50 cents. Okay, the price of food has gone up. Guys, for a bucket of potatoes is about 5,000 to 6,000 shillings. So this girl would have to work 5 to 6 days just to provide her family with a bucket of potatoes. Does that not sound crazy to you? Like, that is just like, I mean, I literally, like, I can't even believe that I'm making a video like this, but clearly I have to, because I want to make it clear. I want to make a lot of things clear, which I will make it clear at the end, okay? You would have to work, and that's not even the transportation, maybe the boda or the bajaji that it would take you to go to the market, okay? The boda or the bajaji that you would have to take to the market, maybe it would take you, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 shillings. So then you have to work another 3 days to be able to do that. And then are you just going to go to the market just to be able to afford some potatoes? I mean, guys, does it not sound ridiculous to you? Like, is it not ridiculous? I am so sorry. I am so sorry. But if you are coming out here to exploit people, please stay home. Please stay home. I'm sorry if this offends you. I'm sorry if this is not cool with you, but this is not cool to me. And I can't vibe. I can't. Like, I can't. Like, I just can't. Like, it really pisses me off. Like, it really pisses me off. If the government did make a minimum for this, like, again, whichever many, it's not right. It's not morally right. It's not ethically right. Like, it's not okay. It is straight up not okay. Like, it's not okay. Okay. That means you said your opinion. You said I said I was gonna do my opinion. I'm sorry, guys. But it's like touching for me, because, like, it's unbelievable. It is true. I've never run into anybody in my life, ever, anybody in my life who literally has straight up have been like, you want to pay the minimum wage? Like, I cannot even believe. Diamond. Okay. All right. Inflation. We talked about inflation. Oh, I am at the part where I give my opinion. Yes. Okay. So let's get into it. Okay. Let's get into my opinion, because it is very strong. And I am sorry. It is not personal towards anybody. It's not even personal towards this client. It's not personal towards you. So if you are watching this, I don't hate you. I may not agree with your stance and the things that is being said or done. I don't agree. I want to make it very clear. I don't agree with it. And I've made it very clear to her that I don't agree with it. I don't think it's okay. I think it's inhumane, and I think it's exploitation, and I think it's straight up effed up. Okay. All right. My consultations, when somebody comes to me, okay, and says they want to get a Dada, right? Okay. My first question is, what is the budget? They'll usually ask me, like, hey, what is a budget of a Dada? Okay? And I will normally say, if I'm talking in US dollars, I would say, $50 is the minimum. And if I'm looking at $50, I'm talking about somebody who's in a rural village, somebody who's, and it also depends on what, and I always ask, what do you want them to do? What is the task? How many days? You understand what I'm saying? To me, at least 10,000 to shillings, guys, which is about $4 and something, which is nothing. It's nothing for the amount of chores that they do. I would say about 10,000 to shillings a day is, it's okay. You understand what I'm saying? Is it the best? Are you the best employer? No, but it is okay. You understand what I'm saying? We all gotta eat. Like, I understand. Like, you can't be balling out on a Dada. I understand. So if you're talking about, number one factor is how many days is this person working? How many kids do you have? Okay, like everything that I just said at the beginning of the video. Okay, most people will say, I want everything. I want somebody to do my laundry. I want somebody to cook. I want somebody to watch my kids. I want, I want it all. I want everything, okay? You're not going to find that for less than $50. Somebody please, people please, Tanzanians, please stand up. Tell me in the comments if you have heard of somebody working for 30,000 shillings. Now, wait, there are situations where, like, I know people where they will have somebody come once a week just to do their laundry. Then yes, absolutely, you can spend 30,000 shillings. But to spend 30,000 shillings on somebody cleaning your house, taking care of your kids, doing the laundry, doing whatever activities or whatever, multiple kids, I wouldn't even feel safe having somebody in my house that I'm paying that low to. Listen, we have a young boy go to the market for us every week, right? He doesn't even go, like, he doesn't come to our house, go to the market. We go to the market, we give him a list of what we want. He goes inside the market and he chooses what he wants, okay? Like, what he wants, what we want. And he comes out. We usually, on an average, every time we pay him about 5,000 shillings to 6,000 shillings. Depending on the day, on holidays, I always give him 10,000 shillings to do that. It takes him probably an hour to be able to go do that. And you're telling me that somebody who is working 10 times as much as this young boy is going to get paid less. I mean, that, guys, that is ridiculous and is insane to me. And I want to make it very clear in this video, if you are that person, if you are going to come to me and say to me that you want to find somebody for the minimum wage, do not book me. Do not do a consultation with me, because I'm going to hurt your feelings. I am. Because I'm going to tell you, one, it's not possible to find. At least it's not possible for me to find. Nor is it not possible for me to find. It's not something that I'm even going to approach somebody and say, hey, will you work for 30,000 shillings a month to clean, this 5-bedroom house, to cook, to, take care of multiple kids, to do all. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to insult somebody like that. I'm just not. It's straight up exploitation. It is exploitation that people think that they can come to the continent and already say to somebody, I'm going to have you work your ass off. I'm going to have you do all of this stuff and I'm going to pay you dimes. Like, how is that even okay? Tanzanian government, if this is a law, it needs to be updated. It needs to be changed. And people like this need to be held accountable, because this is not okay. Like, it is just straight up not okay. I do not support it. Do not put it under my name. I want nothing to do with it. If you are that person, please do not contact me for a consultation, because I am not going to find you a Dada for that price. I am not going to do it. It is not okay to me. It's insulting. even to me as a foreigner. I'm not even a Tanzanian, and it's insulting. So I'm not going to go to I'm not going to take advantage of somebody like that. I'm not. And guess what? If you can't afford to be able, or you don't want to be able to do what's right and pay somebody appropriately, and even if you were to ask me, $50 for somebody to come and clean and do all of this stuff is ridiculously low. It's ridiculously low. And then you have to keep in mind whether the person has experience or whether the person doesn't have experience. If you have somebody who has experience, you are looking at a minimum of $200 to $300 a month to pay for this person. A minimum. A minimum. So half of the times when a lot of people contact me and say what they want to pay for it, you're not talking about somebody who's experienced, because your budget does not fit for that. I'm not going to insult somebody who's been working with diasporas for 15, 20 years, who they have gone to, who they've worked with families for whatever, 10, 15 years, 3 years at a time or whatever, and then they are extremely professional. Maybe they have education, they have certificates, they have CPR, they have all of these things, and then tell them, oh yeah, I want to charge you $50 a month. Like, it's insulting. I'm not going to do something that is insulting towards people. I don't care how much money you try to pay me. I don't care about any of that. I'm not going to do it. This is the reason why I ask you guys, what is your budget at the beginning, so that way I could be able to let you know what we're looking at. But I've never, ever in my life I had somebody tell me they want to pay $15 a month for a Dada Wakazi, and it's shocking to me. So this is how come I'm making this video. You know what I'm saying? To let you know, if you are that person, do not contact me. I will not do it. My morals, my ethics, my beliefs, everything in my body and my soul will not allow me to be able to even ask somebody to work for that low. Okay? Now, like I said, if you want somebody to just come to do your laundry for once a week, then we can discuss that. That's different. But you want somebody to work full-time, somebody to live with you or to come and go, okay? Somebody to do all, to clean, to do all these things for you and to pay them $15 a month. It's a slap in the face. I know when you were in the States, you probably went to, you had your morning coffee, maybe you had your bagel, you had your, beef patty or whatever the situation is, and you've paid more money than that. Like, it's disrespectful to me. And like I said, it's not personal towards anybody, for real. It's not personal at all. Even if it seems like it may come off personal, the only personal thing that I feel is like disrespect towards Tanzanians. And I am not going to be a part of that. Like, I'm not. I'm straight up going to tell you, I'm not going to be a part of it. So if that comes off as offensive to you, or that comes off as harsh to you, I apologize, because I'm not trying to be that way at all. But however, I'm also not going to be the person who sits back and contributes or, watches it and think that that's okay. I'm not. You guys know I'm not a silent person. I'm not going to sit silent. And a lot of people like me because I'm raw and truthful until I'm raw and truthful to them. Then they don't like me. So it is what it is. But I wanted to put this information out there because I wanted to be very clear to not book me if that is what you're looking for, period. I want to make it very clear. Like I said, I cannot confirm or deny what the law is. And regardless of what the law is, I don't care if the law says that. If the law says that, it is what it is. But I am not going to pay somebody minimum wage or like, I can't. And I cannot allow any client of mine to pay that. At least that's under my name. Like, I'm not going to allow that. So, here's the video, because she did want me to put the information out there that this is the law. Apparently it is the law. Like I said, I can't approve or deny, or it's alleged to me that the law says that there is a minimum. Apparently some of you guys want to know what the minimum is. That's the minimum, apparently. So now that you guys know what the minimum is, please don't book me if you want to pay the minimum, because I am not going to support that. I love you guys. I love you guys so much, for real. I really do. And it's really hard to do consultations. I gotta tell you guys, I go back and forth with myself all the time. I have friends who are content creators who thinks I'm absolutely insane for doing consultations. And the times that I help people, it's so rewarding. But then I feel like when I run into situations like this, it kind of like, it makes me not want to do them, because I'm like, you hear some pretty wild things. Like, you really do. Like, you hear some pretty crazy things, and they affect you, you know, like they affect you mentally and emotionally, and it drains you. It takes a lot of energy out of you, you know, like, and sometimes you get offended. Like, that's just honest, you know, you get offended. And sometimes it's really just not worth it. I'm still going, I still go back and forth with myself, because it's like every time that I help somebody, it's just so rewarding knowing that like I help somebody and like they have a good experience here because of me. But then you run into people where, you know, things don't work out, or, you know, you kind of get, you know, like, I don't know. And I'm not saying that particularly about any client. It's just an overall thought in my head that I'm constantly battling myself with for the past year. For the past year, I've been battling, which is why I have periods of times where I open up my consultations, and then I have periods of times where I close them out. Like, I'm sorry guys, I'm not handling any consultations right now. And partially these are the reasons why. But you know what? This was a huge learning experience for me. Because I would have never thought about it. I would have never thought about the fact that Tanzania may have a minimum. For me, I go based off of what are we currently doing now? What are people paying now? What do people, you know, want? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the going rate for this? You understand what I'm saying? I mean, the U.S. has a minimum wage as well, you know. In New York, I think it's still $7.25. So should everybody get paid $7.25 because that is the minimum wage? You understand what I'm saying? However, to each his own. I can't, you can't judge everybody. It is what it is. All I can say is my opinion and my stance. I truly believe, and this is how I'm going to end the video, if you come out here to Tanzania to exploit people, not even to Tanzania, anywhere on the continent, please don't come. Not only is it offensive, you're not helping. Like, you're not helping anything. You're not. You may think that, you know, and then on top, like, okay, guys, I'm going to end the video. Because otherwise, I'm going to sit here and keep talking and talking and talking and talking. Let me go talk to my husband. Because I don't think you guys want to sit here and hear everything, you know, all of my opinions and all of this stuff. But, guys, I love you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Please try to be kind in the comments. Don't, you know, try not to be too harsh, but I do want to hear your opinion on this matter, because I could completely be wrong. Maybe you guys will change my opinion as to how I feel about this. Okay, love you guys. Mwah. Bye.